Alright, so this guy Bearclaw has asked me to tell him what he did wrong or show him. So I'm gonna go back and watch his video so we can show him exactly what he did wrong. Excuse me, it's right before swim practice, so I'm tired. First of all, your setup is wrong, dude. What were you running? You were running like fucking rotation mechanism. Don't run that on a Super Conqueror. You have incredible soft stats. Run rammer, hardening, turbo, and maybe sometimes swap the turbo for vents. But Super Conk has such good gun stats that, yeah. Alright, here we go. He's gonna start playing the ridge here. Let's go out. Nice shot. Okay, see how here you don't have the gun depression? Here you're kind of maneuvering for it, but you have to go too high. Play like this more. If you come right beside this guy and you come up like this and then turn in, like so your tank is exactly not like this beside him, but like this, okay? They can't see you. Right here you don't have the gun depression. But if you're playing high and literally like facing them like this, they will only ever see. I can't move the map around, but yeah, I can't move around for some reason. They will only ever see your turret, bro, okay? And this guy fires APCR, this guy fires APCR. So if we go to tanks.gg, tanks.gg, and we go look at the armor of a Super Conqueror, which you are, you'll notice that they're gonna have a real hard time penning you. Live. APCR, because you're gonna be using your full gun depression, and they can't pen that, so they would be forced. So they're gonna see this. They have to shoot right like here, but you're smart, so you're essentially only giving them this. So it's a really hard shot. The Foch would have to be firing APCR, and the Karn can't even pen you with APCR because he's only got who knows how many millimeters of pen, right? So, excuse me, what I was saying was, the way you're playing it now, you're using your full gun depression, but you're coming up like this, and so this is what they can see, and you're going to see it. They have a bit of your lower plate, and they can shoot you, okay, because you have to overexpose to get your gun depression. What I'm saying is you had to play like this, like on them, like they're going to still see this, but you now would have been like this, because if we go back to the game, you can see, right? Like I shouldn't have to explain this. If you're right here facing exactly like this, right? Not like on a more steep angle than this guy is, right? Because this is a little more elevated, so you'd have to probably give them a drive wheel to play up here. But if you're just like right here and playing exactly at this angle, they will only ever have your turret. And here we go. And look, remember what I was saying? Oh, now I can move it. He has your lower plate, but if you were right here, he would not have your lower plate. Okay? Where'd that go through? Right, you went right through your tracks, it looks like. Right? I can't zoom out, this is like retarded, but you can see that you've overpeaked, and you don't have to be overpoked. The other thing you could do is you could play right here, which is what I like to do normally, literally right here, and instead of poking the ridge like this, you poke the ridge up like this and fire down, and then you kill this guy or he backs off, and then with the Foch you hug this ridge as much as possible, like right here, and you just shit on them. Like you should never take damage here. Again, you're still exposed to him. Nice shot, at least you know where to shoot. Okay, alright. No, 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 no. 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 You're about to expose to everything. Just go, instead of being here, turn in and sit right here like this. Shoot this guy. No one else can shoot you. Bad shot. Okay, now you're doing it. Yeah, you're so fine here. Why are you zoomed in so much, brother? Like, how much are you zoomed in? You're zoomed in. I don't know how you missed that. That's just really bad aim. Your ×4. I think your problem is you probably have ×4 as default. But don't have that as default. How's that as ×2? I don't know why your ×4 zoomed in at that range. Bad. Almost. Oh. Oh. Unfortunate. Really good shot there. You need some help. Your team's getting their ass kicked. Thank you, Emil. Oh. He's trying. And you weigh a lot, so... There we go. Your Emil's a Chad. Okay, you're gonna start going back to base. Oops. Okay, let's go to your perspective. Okay. I actually would have stopped there. Okay, so as soon as you take that shot, just sit behind the rock, okay? And you should have tracked him. So if I'm you, as I come around this rock, I'm not autoing him, I just quickly zoom in, because you had exactly this angle, hit him in the track, stop. If he repairs, whatever, you can just go this way and meet him in the front again. You don't have to take any damage here. Yeah, so that was really lucky track, right? You just fucking derped it. You just derped it right here. Like, that could easily not have tracked, which means you're not aiming. Again. Yeah, well, it's fine because you've got APCR, but... Okay, so here you're making a decision. You're thinking to yourself, do I go up or do I come over here? And you decide to do whatever this is. Which I don't agree with. I would have gone up. Your turret is not facing the correct way. It's a sign of someone who doesn't necessarily have a lot of experience. Yeah, and this is just, I don't understand this play. So you're not doing anything. You're just waiting for people to show up. Which means you just don't understand what to do. You should have gone high and played the high on the ridge. Because then even if you get flanked, you can put shots into them, and the only thing you have to worry about is the tier the tier 10 277, right? Because one, nothing has a DPM to kill you outside of tier 10, not tier 7. Okay, here we go. This is the bad aim I was talking about. Okay. What did, right? So when you ask me what you can do, like, I don't know how to respond. You just zoomed in ×4. We're going out. It's just, that was just really, really poorly aimed. Like, don't zoom in there, or zoom in x2. Or what I do is I don't know. You're tracking him. Like, well, it's not Overwatch. You put your gun here, and you either don't zoom in or you go ×2 as soon as you, and bam, and that probably loses the game. And this guy sucks too. Like, he just missed the shot. Okay. Alright. Alright, surely you don't miss this one. Yeah, but you're auto-aiming. Look where your fucking reticle is. Like, yes, a lot of the time you can't hit this, but this tank is so small, and he's going like this, that you are just gonna go, like, your shot is just gonna go over the back of his tank every single time, or just behind him. Like, you should have known you can't auto-aim that. That's, to me, that's just obvious not understanding how auto-aim mechanics work. And I think you're gonna do it again. At least, okay, you zoomed out. Okay, target priority's good, nice. You got AP left. Okay, alright, that's not gonna go through. You should know that. Yeah, you didn't even try aiming for the cupola there. That was never gonna go through. You could have held the shot, or at least aimed for the cupola. like this was a very winnable game. Okay, so look, you're aiming in on the Bourrasque. Aim out, and then go like this. And then he's gonna be right here, and you go bam, ×2, right? Out, turret, ×2, or ×4 even, because it's not a bad idea, and then bam. What are you gonna do? You're just in ×2 the whole time. Like, why are you turning your turret in ×2, right? Like, he's so close. He's going, especially if your sense isn't that high in your mouse, he's just gonna get around you. Like, look how, right? Look how, if I'm in ×2, I can't get around as quickly as, boom. Right? Like, that matters, especially because your sense seems very, very low, especially compared to mine, right? That, I mean, do you have lag, or I don't know how old you are. Obviously age does not help with the reflexes, but yeah, we're seeing some pretty bad shots now. Obviously this is the replay you sent in, so we could help. So you should know this. Like this shouldn't be like a revelation to you. You should know that these are terrible shots. Like, that shot was very embarrassing. Like, this was such a winnable game. And I hope you don't get upset, by the way. It's obviously nothing personal, but the way to improve is realize, like, yeah, wow. Like, yeah, my team sucked at 10-14, but I fully could have won this game. Like, fully, so easily could have won this game. Nice. That, like, was really close to not hitting, dude. Okay. And you don't want to kill the Bourrasque because you were scared of the AMX. You should have just gone for it. You tried to ram him, which is actually pretty smart. A little unlucky. Did you have turbo, or did you have hardening? Yeah, you don't have hardening. If you actually had hardening, you would have killed him with that ram. But yeah, so that's the example of, again, though, you didn't really have to make any decisions in this game. Like, you just kind of went to a position and then backed off and just camped in the corner. So, but it was quite obvious that you don't necessarily know how to play the terrain and aim, which are two fundamental things that if you learn, you'll get a lot better. Like, I'm talking like plus 2000 win 8 if you can just shore those things up. So, yeah. My PC. Now I'm gonna show you one of my games that I just played, where I think I had pretty good aim. I just played it. Where is it? Here we go. I rebought the 1390 of all tanks because I was close on the mark. So I decided, fuck it, I'll buy it. I'll mark real quick. And this is one of the games I had yesterday. I think I was aiming pretty well, so maybe you'll be able to see what I'm thinking, how I play with a lot less gun depression in a scout, which the fundamentals still apply. So immediately you think to yourself, wow, shit map, right? Shit map for a light tank, but it's not. You can see I switched to my battle setup, but you can actually do a surprisingly insane amount of damage and spotting on this map with a scout if you know how to play it. So maybe we can see some of the game mechanics that lead to a good game on a bad map. I'm going to speed it up here. And I'll keep it in my view so you can see how I'm aiming. Right. So I feel very confident just sitting here. I back up as much as I can, right? And why don't I fully aim that? Because I don't really want to get shot. I'm okay if I miss it. I already had a nice clip. But this has decent soft stats, so it hits the T69. You'll notice though, as soon as I could back up to get the gun depression, I did, just in case anyone was going to try to peek high. And now I know my camo holds up. I want to look for a shot in the AMBT. I know if I shoot I'll get lit, but I have no problem taking the shot. I was going to look for another one, gotta agree. The reason I stayed there was because I didn't see anyone on F-line. Right, if someone's on F-line, I probably don't even take the shot. And I clip right away, right? I don't need to hold 3. This has a quick reload. There's no use in holding 3. Lynx, it's a poor poke. Yeah, this AMBT is actually in a good position. It's really powerful, but his team isn't really capitalizing on it, and they're not playing terribly poorly. So I don't actually think I'll get lit here. Yep. Because I'm looking at the minimap and that Chimera is not really poking. No one really has peeks on me, and I'm fairly confident that no one's like right in, say, G0. This Prog makes kind of a hero play. This is like a super poor shot. I should have aimed at the turret, right? There we go. I'm not gonna go. He's actually got a decent hull, so Renegade misses. And right, you see the aware. You gotta be aware, or that was the AE. Gotta be aware of your flanks, especially on this map down the S line. It's really important. And now that the AMBT's out of there, because the Prog actually made a really good play. That YOLO is like really important to kill that, by the way. I can now play their side and keep them lit, essentially permanently. And I do want to fire this, but I'm a little worried about the K91. I think, can I do this? Take the shot, it bounces off the side. At this range, APCR, it's kind of difficult to do anything with against the K91. I know I'm going to probably get lit here, so that's why I just leave right away. And I don't get lit, which means the Lynx is not near me on the 0 line anymore. He probably went all the way back, right? That's the type of thing you have to think about. And I could just keep playing my camo here and keep getting my lights out. Lynx is spotted leaving, so that's really good for me. That means I can probably start going to town. So you see I want to camo snipe this guy. Because I fired before and the Lynx is gone, I'm very confident that as long as the Scent can't see me, if the Chimera pokes his turret out, I can do something to him. And you can see the T49 YOLOs. I think, should I go? Probably don't need to. I leave just because I'm not sure if the T69 will spot me, and he does. Really lucky shot there. That's a bounce, but I can't stay, right? So, okay, we're gonna aim on the Lynx. This is good. You see how I, like, okay, let's go back. You see how I wasn't, like, fucking times 25 aim there? Okay, so. Okay. Look, I'm only times 4 aim, right? I'm not aimed in, and I can lead it perfectly and get the shot, right? And I'm not retardedly zoomed in where I can't see anything else, and I don't really know where to lead it. And we're having a good game already. The score is, we're actually down on HP a bit, but we're up on tank. Now it's completely even. And I want to go back to their side. But I'm thinking maybe I can get something cheeky if one of them crosses. I was actually outside the bush there. That's why I didn't realize at the time, but I was. Unfortunate bounce on the Samoa there. It was just his angled side as he backed up into it, and it hit his side. Going 2 for 4 isn't great, but I'm not spotted. I haven't lost any HP. And now K91, okay, I'm just gonna go kill, right? It's now time for me to get proactive. We're down HP. I don't want to take the ram there, right? Because I figured I'm gonna take a K91 shot, which I don't, so that's good. But I don't want to take the ram and take like another 400 damage. So you gotta do the little handbrake. I know the K91's still probably back here. So I don't actually even have to play in the bushes, because I know he can't be to the right of me, otherwise he'd spot me. I want to stay as far right as possible, just in case he was to the left more. And I'm aiming at his drive wheel. As soon as he turns, so I don't have to aim, I'm just aiming low, because you don't want to hit a superstructure. It is kind of angled. And now I'm going to go back, all the way back north. Why am I going north? Because I see my team is going south. I'm mobile. Obviously there's no threat of being capped, but if I can get another angle. I really like that they're on cap with 1. and I think they're going to go on cap with another. It gives me more space to work with because I know where 2 of the tanks are. And I'm just going to do a little flank here. It's going to be, I'm going to stop here, right? I can't just go around this corner like an idiot. I need to see. And I am looking at HPs up top, right? So I'm thinking, okay, T69 I can definitely clip. So more Renegade I can clip. Okay, here we go. I see T69 on cap. I'm thinking, okay, Samoa and Dubsy can wait. I'm just going to handbrake, get ready, and go to town on this guy. Again, only ×2. I'm not 25 times zoomed in on this guy. I go for the retract because I know, and I know I overmatch his side there. You'll notice I have only 2 APCR left, so I immediately load standard, and I'm just going to wait. I figure the Renegade and AE can't really push me. I'm just going to wait and then go up and kill one of these guys. Here we go. Oh, Dubsy's not looking at me. I will take the Somua clip if I have to, but he's still reloading, right? Somua, you have to aim here with low penetration guns on that part of the turret, right where I was aiming. Otherwise, you will not go through. We're on 7 kills. We're having a good game. I'm still on full health, right? Because I haven't done anything stupid. I haven't wasted HP. I haven't made dumb pokes. I should have lost 1 shot to the K91 when I pushed over. And here's where I say, I'm reloaded. I really do not need. We want to make sure it goes through. I really do not need to conserve my hit points there. I will gladly trade. And here we go. Last shot, making sure it connects. I have 2 shots left. I'm secretly hoping that this AE kills the Burask and Prague. He kills the Burask and Prague gets him. So I finish with 6.5k damage, 845 assistance, and 8 kills as a 1390 on Ruinberg. So you can see how I was playing the bushes there, not really doing anything too stupid, maneuvering around the map late game to get the flanks, especially because I knew they were playing cap and my team was going south, so they'd probably be more focused on the south. And right, pretty good shooting. I had one bad shot, I think. A couple RNG shots, but 1 really bad shot on the AMBT. But you can see that if you're aiming well, you're gonna rack up another 1500, 2000 damage in a longer game like this. And this isn't a very high penetration gun, so you got to be aiming well, especially in your DPM tanks, right, where DPM matters, like your Super Conk. Anyway, I think that is a pretty good explanation. Well, specifics. I can't just give like a general idea of how to use your gun or play ridges, right? It's like all I can say is aim, aim well, lead properly, don't zoom in like a retard, and go in training rooms to see if you're hull down when you think you are, like stuff like that. I don't know, or just get the, like, you should just have a feel. Like, we've all played the game for tens of thousands of games, or at least thousands of games. Like, you should just have a feel if you're hull down. Like, you should be able to see based on the train you're on. Anyway, hope that was helpful.